The galaxy had been at war for decades. The conflict between humanity and the alien coalition, known as the Vorthuri Dominion, stretched across star systems, leaving countless planets scared and civilizations shattered. Humanity, despite its technological inferiority, refused to surrender. Their resilience became legendary, but hope was fading fast. On a desolate moon orbiting a dying star, Captain Elias Drake stood on the bridge of the asterisk Eclipse Vanguard Asterisk, one of Earth's last remaining battleships. His crew worked tirelessly around him, their faces etched with fatigue but also determination. They were preparing for what many believed would be humanity's final stand. "Captain," said Lieutenant Mara Hayes, her voice steady despite the weight of the moment, "the Vorthuri fleet is approaching from Sector 7. Estimated time to engagement, 30 minutes. Elias nodded, his sharp blue eyes scanning the holographic display that floated before him. The enemy ships outnumbered them 3-1, each vessel bristling with weapons capable of obliterating entire cities. Yet there was something different about this battle, something no one else could see yet. "Signal all squadrons," Elias ordered. "Prepare for Operation Phoenix Dawn." Nara hesitated. "Sir, are you sure we're ready? If this doesn't work—" "It will," Elias interrupted firmly. He turned to face her, his expression unyielding. "We spent years planning, sacrificing, and innovating. This isn't just another battle, it's our chance to turn the tide." Hours earlier, deep within the underground research facility on Eos Prime, Dr. Nathan Cole adjusted his glasses as he stared at the glowing console before him. Beside him, Ensign Rachel Kim monitored the data streaming in from the prototype device they called the Quantum Disruptor Array, QDA. It was humanity's greatest gamble, a weapon designed not to destroy, but to neutralize. "Nathan," Rachel said softly, breaking the tense silence, "do you really think it'll work?" Nathan let out a weary sigh. "It has to. We're out of options. Either this ends the war, or, well, I don't want to think about the alternative." The QDA operated on an unprecedented principle. Instead of targeting ships directly, it disrupted the quantum fields that powered advanced alien technology. For years, the Vorthuri had relied on these fields to maintain their dominance. If the QDA succeeded, their massive fleet would be rendered powerless. As the countdown to deployment began, Nathan felt a mix of dread and exhilaration. He knew the risks. If the QDA malfunctioned, it could destabilize spacetime itself. A failure meant extinction. There was no turning back now. Back aboard the Asterisk, Eclipse Vanguard Asterisk, the first wave of Vorthuri fighters streaked through the void like fiery comets. Energy blasts illuminated the darkness as human pilots engaged them head-on. Explosions lit up the battlefield, debris floating silently in the vacuum. Elias clenched his fists as he watched the chaos unfold. "Hold position." He barked into the comm system. "Wait for my signal." His command echoed through the channels, reaching every ship in the fleet. Though outnumbered, the humans fought with precision and courage, buying precious time for the TVA to activate. In the distance, the Vorthuri mothership loomed, a colossal monstrosity bristling with turrets and shield generators. Its presence alone seemed to drain hope from even the bravest soldiers. But Elias focused on the mission. This wasn't about brute force. It was about strategy. "Lieutenant Hayes," Elias said, his voice cutting through the tension, "patch me through to Admiral Grayson." Seconds later, Admiral Grayson's grizzled face appeared on the main screen. "Drake, report." "The TVA is online and locked onto the target," Elias replied, requesting authorization to proceed. Grayson hesitated, his jaw tightening. Then, after a long pause, he gave a single nod. "You have it." "Good luck, Captain." Deep beneath the surface of Eos Prime, Nathan and Rachel exchanged nervous glances as the final sequence initiated. Lights flickered across the control panel, and the hum of energy filled the chamber. Outside, the skies darkened as if the universe itself held its breath. Activating QBA in 5, 4, 3. Nathan counted down, his voice trembling slightly. Rachel gripped the edge of the console, her knuckles white. "Come on, come on." When the countdown reached 0, a pulse of pure energy erupted from the array, invisible to the naked eye but detectable by every sensor in the vicinity. Across the battlefield, the effects were immediate and catastrophic for the Vorthari. Shields collapsed, engines sputtered, and weapon systems failed. Thousands of alien ships suddenly went dark, drifting helplessly in space. The humans, whose technology didn't rely on quantum fields, remained unaffected. A collective cheer erupted throughout the human fleet. Elias allowed himself a rare smile as he surveyed the scene. Against all odds, they had done it. The tide had turned. In the aftermath, negotiations began aboard the Eclipse Vanguard Asterisk. Representatives from both sides gathered in the conference room, their expressions ranging from shock to disbelief. The Vorthari, once arrogant and unyielding, now sat humbled. "We underestimated you," admitted General T. Varn, the Vorthari commander, his voice heavy with regret. "Your ingenuity, your resolve, we never saw it coming." Elias leaned forward, his gaze unwavering. "This war has cost too much already. Let today mark the beginning of peace, not just for us, but for everyone." As agreements were drafted and alliances forged, humanity celebrated their victory. News of the triumph spread across the galaxy, inspiring awe and admiration. The once underestimated species had proven themselves capable of greatness. For Nathan and Rachel, the success of the QDA brought both relief and pride. As they watched the celebrations from Eost Prime, Nathan placed a hand on Rachel's shoulder. "We did it," he said simply. Rachel smiled, tears glistening in her eyes. "Yes, we did." And so, the story of humanity's improbable rise came to symbolize more than just survival. It represented hope, unity, and the boundless potential of those who dared to dream.